Welcome to another Cardano update. Like always, make sure to check out our YouTube memberships and our Patreon if you want access to all of our charts and if you want access to our daily Discord updates. Speaking of the daily Discord updates, today we gave you a bunch of them because Cardano started going up like crazy and because the wave count had to be changed because of that. So if you want to know exactly what's going on before we post these videos, then definitely check out the memberships. And now let's talk about this scenario that we talked about yesterday. So yesterday I gave you two scenarios. The first one was that maybe we are still trying to complete the first wave, and the second scenario was that maybe we are already in the third wave and the first wave was completed over here. And by the looks of it, the second scenario is playing out. So if you go to the Cardano chart, this is a 1-2 setup, and right now we are in the third wave of this 1-2 setup, and of this third wave we have a 1-2-3 setup, and I think right now we're about to get the fourth wave move down. The fourth wave move down should put us in this support region, which is currently between, let's see, 95.3 cents and 88.8 cents. These are the minimum targets, and after we do that, we should still get another fifth wave up, and that should put us, I don't know, maybe around $1.05 or so. I'm gonna make sure to give the members a target for this, and after we get the third wave up, we should still get a much bigger fourth wave to the downside. So here we have a support zone for it. I don't think we're gonna get it right now. So let's say we get to like $1.05. If that's the case, the support zone will have to be adjusted, and it's currently, let's say, between 97 cents and 87 cents. But like I said, this is gonna have to continue to be updated. And yeah, let's talk about the bigger setup, which is that maybe we are still in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 setup. If that is the case, we should find a local top in a fifth wave right here pretty soon, but that will only happen after we complete these 5 waves up. So after the blue fifth wave to the upside gets completed, that will complete a much bigger fifth wave, and that's going to complete a much bigger first wave, which means that we might get rejected in this area at around $1.14. And I've been talking about this for probably months at this point, maybe even 1 year at this point. This is a very important level over here. This is where we got rejected many times in the past, and this is the 0.618 of the previous all-time high. So if we manage to get above this, and if we actually manage to get above $1.25, which would be the 100% resistance level for the fifth wave, getting above that would suggest that maybe this is not a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and maybe the first wave actually topped over here, which means this is a 1, 2, and right now we're about to start the third wave, and if that is the case, like I said, getting above $1.25 would pretty much confirm that is the case. So the wave count, maybe it's wrong, I don't know if it's wrong or not, but if we find resistance in this area and then we go down quite a lot in an ABC structure, that's just gonna be the second wave move down. So I've been pretty much covering this chart every single day for a year at this point. And if you are new to this channel, you are probably confused by what is going on, but I'm not, because Bitcoin dominance is going down right now. We'll talk about that as well, don't worry, but for now let's talk about the RSI, and on the 4 hour we got to the overbought territory, which does not mean anything. However, if you look right here, we had a target zone for the fifth wave, and we are actually getting a reaction to that target zone, meaning that if a much bigger correction starts right now, and if for some reason we drop below 88.4 cents, we could already be in a much bigger fourth wave, meaning the third wave, the blue third wave to the upside, actually topped over here. So in my opinion, the short term does not really matter. It doesn't really matter which scenario plays out because all of them are bullish, and I don't think we're gonna go lower. So if you want to know more about this, let me go on the daily chart, and well, on the daily chart, it's looking good. I mean, we had a cross on the bull market support band, and I warned you every single day for like months that the cross on the bull market support band will be bullish. I told you that first, after we get a cross on the bull market support band, the price goes down. This is an example. Here we had a cross, then we had a correction, and then in the long term we went up. And we did the exact same thing right now as well. We had a cross, then we had a correction. We tested the bull market support band. This was a perfect test of the bull market support band. We got back above the 200-day moving average, and right now we're going up exactly like we were doing last year and in the year before that as well. It's the exact same pattern here. We also had a cross on the bull market support band. Then we went down and then we started going up. I'm sorry about this. So yeah, it's not really, rocket science. I've been talking about this setup for months, and also if you are asking if you should buy right now, my question to you is, why have you not bought already when we were at like 50 cents over here or when we were down here? Why do you consider buying right now and FOMOing in instead of actually trying to buy in support zones? I mean, here on the 4-hour chart, we got to the 0.618 support level 3 times, and these were opportunities. The support zone is on the chart for a reason, so where exactly were you when we were going down? Why are you only showing up when we are going up? I mean, if you really want to make money in this market, then I really suggest waiting for corrections and not just FOMOing in, but obviously not financial advice. And now let's talk about the bigger picture, because I'm pretty sure most of you here are just here for the predictions, so let me talk about that. Here we have a 1-2-1-2 setup, exactly like we did in the previous cycle. This was a 1-2-1-2 setup, and right now we also have a cross on the bull market support band, like I mentioned already. And when we had the cross, we were already above the bull market support band, exactly like we were over here. Exactly like, let's say, 4 years ago, we had a cross and we were above the bull market support band. Then we tested the bull market support band exactly like we did right now. And after that, we finally started going up, and this was the altcoin season. And this was also the third wave of the third wave. And what do you know, right now, we're expecting a much bigger third wave of the third wave, because it is, after all, the exact same 1-2-1-2 setup. And my target for the third wave of the third wave has been the exact same for over a year now. It's at $3.50, and the third wave of the third wave needs to go up in 5 waves. And right now what we have over here, if we start going down at like, let's say $1.14, this is gonna act as the first wave, then we go down to an ABC, and then we could start the third wave of the third wave of the third wave. But my minimum target, or the ideal scenario, the ideal target for the third wave of the third wave is $3.50. Now, if you are wondering what could happen after that, it's actually pretty simple. We're still expecting a fourth wave move down, and according to what happened in the previous cycle at least, the main third wave to the upside of this much bigger 1-2 setup could theoretically get to about $5, because that's what we did in the previous cycle. Here we got to the 1.618 of the previous all-time high in the main third wave. So if we do the exact same thing in this cycle, it would not shock me. We don't have to do that, but it is a possibility. And what happens after that is still unclear. We could get a 4 and a 5, but if we do not, then we could still get the bear market, so be aware of that. And these are my long-term targets. I also want to talk about the RSI right here on the weekly, because we bounced off the moving average, as you can see, and I've been talking about this for a really long time now, but the last time we did this was in November. When we tried getting above it, we got above it, and then we tested it, and then we got this pump because we stayed above it. And so yeah, right now we are doing the exact same thing, and that's because Bitcoin dominance is finally going down. As you can see, it broke below the moving average on the monthly RSI, and this is a very good sign because it has been above the moving average this entire cycle. So I think the altcoin season could have started already just because of this indicator right here. But if you want some other targets for Bitcoin dominance, right now we're watching for it to get to around 57.8% to test the support level. And then if we break below 56.2%, I'm pretty much going to be able to confirm that the altcoin season has started. Also, I want you to know that these pumps only happen because Ethereum finally started going up. And what did I tell you a couple of months ago when I was making videos for pretty much nobody? I mean, like, maybe not even half the people that are watching right now were watching back then. So what did I tell you? Here we went to the exact same RSI levels as we did in 2022 and 2018. And what do you think happened after that? We went from $1,400 to around $4,800 in a very short amount of time. And I think Ethereum will still get to all-time highs pretty soon. probably somewhere between $6,400 and $12,000 in a more bullish scenario. So this is not really shocking to me, but of course it is shocking to the people who just joined the market. And if you just joined the market, then I really suggest watching more videos, because this one is not going to explain everything. And if you are here to make money in the short term, you are probably going to lose a lot of money, because usually the people who want to make money in the short term are the people who buy when things are going up, for example, like Cardano is right now, instead of actually waiting for an opportunity when we go down. So make sure to not be that person, make sure to not FOMO in, but if you do, at least to not sell when we go down. But you know, that's not financial advice. So that's it. I'm not going to talk about more in this video. So if you want more, and if you want to know what's going on in the market, because like I mentioned, these videos do not explain everything, then make sure to check out our YouTube memberships and our Patreon if you want access to all of our charts, and if you want access to our daily Discord updates. Consider liking and subscribing, and I will see you in the next one.